Since its foundation in 1913, Waldzug has been committed to building a sustainable future through the manufacturing of long-lasting kitchen and textile care appliances and responsible carbon-neutral production. It means the Swiss firm is well placed to tackle the topic of timelessness in design. And that's exactly what it will do across 3 special episodes of Monocle on Design. Recorded at Milan Design Week, the final episode airs on Wednesday, 13th of June. We'll hear from designers including Jay Oscarby, Simone Farasin and Tosi Oshinowo.
Where you're contributing towards the urban environment, it's really, really important to create architecture that stands out but also recedes gently. It has to have a level of balance.
So tune in for some essential discussion on ensuring quality and longevity are imbued in our homes and workplace with Waldzug.
This is Monocle on Design Extra. It's a short show to accompany our weekly programme where we discuss everything from architecture and craft to furniture and fashion. I'm Maylie Evans. Design Miami is back in the Swiss city of Basel this week for its 18th edition, offering galleries, designers, brands, experts, collectors and enthusiasts the opportunity to see the best in collectible design. Museum-quality pieces from the 20th and 21st century are on show and range from rare and unique works produced by recognised design greats to new and experimental collaborations from contemporary makers too. I headed to the iconic Messeplatz to meet some of the gallerists and designers taking part this year, and found myself drawn to the first-time exhibitors. First up is the Parisian Pulp Gallery, a team that specialises in furniture ranging from the 1980s to 2000s, and in this booth, the team focused on the work of the late Gaetano Pesce, an Italian radical designer who passed earlier this year. Let's hear from one of the co-founders from Pulp Gallery now.
We are mostly on provocative furnitures. We are looking for pieces that make people stop and feel something, like even if they don't like, even if they are fascinated by the pieces, we want them to be shocked by what they see. I'm Paul Ménasser-Poussin from Pulp Gallery. We are trying to find pieces that are mostly on the form and style than on the functionality. Sitting is not the goal. We want to have sculpture. And we want to sell things that are more art than furnitures.
This is your first time showcasing here alongside very established galleries. What does it mean to be sitting side by side with them?
I feel really proud because I feel like we are a really young gallery, but being there is like a promise for a long career, and I hope we will do impressive things. And I'm really happy because we put a real effort on our scenography. Our booth is the idea that Gaetano Pesce was a really free spirit. At the beginning, where we decide to put only Gaetano Pesce things, we don't have any idea of how to do it because it's totally crazy. It's a symbol of freedom, and we try to do an Italian garden where you can walk in. The idea is to present furniture like they are antique sculptures or flowers that grows from the grass. We are looking to the Pratt chair number 7 from Gaetano Pesce, and that's, in my opinion, one of the most museal pieces of Gaetano Pesce and one of the most interesting in all his research around resin. It's a piece made for the research. Gaetano Pesce starts his process with resin in 1984, and this chair is part of a series of 9 chairs. The first one is really model, it's like process art, it's totally falling down on the floor. And the number 9 is hard like marble, that's broke sometime. And this is the number 7 of this series. I found this piece on Instagram 1 year ago, and it was a real hazard, like I was looking for something else, and I just see on the corner an orange part of the chair. I was like, oh no, it's impossible, because each Pratt are in a museum, maybe there is 2 or 3 in private collection, and I was totally crazy. I called my partner Paul Louis, I find a Pratt chair, we need to buy it.
The Gaetano Pesce Pratt chair number 7 that Paul describes won the award Best Historical Design Object, an accolade that marks the young gallery to be one to watch out for in years to come.
It's meant a lot because we are a really young gallery. We just started our activity 2 years ago, and we are really proud. It's incredible. And to win this prize, it's like the symbol of that's a good way of doing things, because we are only buying what we love the most, and this chair is a part of what I love the most on furniture design, and this chair deserves this prize.
Another new exhibitor showcasing is Monocle Studio, based in Hyderabad. The product design studio merges modern design with traditional Indian craft, as Monocle Studio's Rohit Nag explains.
The technique that we're using is called Bidri. It's a 600-year-old craft form from South India. It's a very intricate metal inlay craft form that has a mystical patination process. Very integral is soil that has to be procured from a specific fort in South India, and only on the basis of which the final black coloration that we get in our products happens. Bidri usually makes really small pieces. They make vases and decanters and hookah bases and things like that. When I saw the craft form, I felt it could play on the world stage. It had so much potential. The techniques, the skills and the processes were just incredible. After we got the craft form, we went looking for designers with sensibilities that are very different for Bidri. Bidri has an Islamic geometric aesthetic, and we went looking for sensibilities that are widely different. One of our lamps, we've got someone who's working with organic shapes and very intricate joinery. When both of them came together, the Horizon lamp was born. And we've worked with a German design studio. Their tagline is designed by mathematics. So they've made very interesting mathematic-based forms and designs.
You're based in India, I understand.
Correct.
What's this process of working with these international designers, that back and forth with the makers?
We've taken a long time to do product development. Actually, none of the designers have visited India. All of this happened online, more so during the COVID time. So what happened is we went to the craftsmen, we figured out very detailed limitations and possibilities of the craft. We translated that to the designers. They gave designs and we co-developed these designs with them. There was a lot of back and forth, and we've taken care of a lot of research and development and engineering. It's been an exhilarating experience. We've not shown too much till now, and the response that we've been receiving is incredible. I've lost count of the amount of times people have said amazing and wow, I'm not being snooty or snobbish or arrogant. It's just very humbling to see how people are really resonating with these wonderful craft forms based out of India. There's a step in the process called engraving, wherein we cast a form and then we mark a pattern on it. A groove is made and a silver wire is pressure fit into it, and a patination happens. So what we have here is a mid-step wherein we're having people engrave. What we've done is we've really indulged the craftsmen and to figure out what all they can do, and we've pushed the boundaries of the craft while staying true to its roots. And one thing that we're really happy about is a lot of these craft forms require a certain sense of education. We've put up a tactile display here where we've been inviting people to come touch, see and feel, supported with some videos. It's become a nice immersive experience for people to come see what the crafts are all about.
Fusing traditional technique with a modern lens is also on the agenda for another initiative on show. Rather than turning their attention to one technique, Craft by Tech brings many design disciplines to the fore. Making its international debut after exhibiting in Tokyo, this project is the brainchild of designer and creative director Hideki Yoshimoto. After a decade working in London, the creative returned to Tokyo 3 years ago and was inspired to get involved with the country's craft traditions.
Spending such a long time in a foreign country and looking at my country from kind of external point of view, when I came back to Japan, I really wanted to do something with traditional crafts. It's just beautiful and it's amazing collection of skills which people in my country, our ancestors, have developed over 1,000 years. I try to bring the traditional crafts and contemporary design and technology together Together with Maria Christina, we curated 6 artists, including myself, and also we picked up 6 crafts from Tohoku region, which is northeast part of Japan. Made these 6 collaborations, which came out beautifully.
My name is Maria Cristina Didero. I'm an independent design curator since ever. Craft and Tech. It is a project about new objects, but it is a project about exchange and human exchange. So what we did is to put designers and artisans to live together for a while, and they conceived these objects which are thought by the designer but realized with the hands of artisans. We were very much surprised to receive such a diversity of objects. Musical instruments, coffee tables, so more classical furniture, working with iron, wood, textile, lacquer and ceramic. A variety of objects and also of materials.
This piece named Rain is my collaboration with Aizu Hongoyaki, a ceramic pottery in Fukushima Prefecture. This was my first time to work with ceramics. I'm not a ceramicist, I'm an industrial designer. Because I respect the beauty of this material and this technique, I really wanted to celebrate it as a main element. Once we baked the ceramic pieces, which shrunk and distorted, I scanned the pieces of ceramics to get the really precise outline of these modules. And then based on that data, I carved the plate of aluminium, which these pieces of ceramic are embedded. It's a little bit of technological, a little bit of technique used to combine completely different materials. One is organic and natural analog ceramics, and on the other hand, inorganic, really industrial material, which is aluminium. This is really, really beautiful collaboration, and I visited the workshop again and again, and the craft people accepted whatever I said. I tried to bring new ideas, probably quite difficult for them. They tried to listen, and they always wanted to make a trial. And then, of course, sometimes it didn't work, and we had to change ideas many, many times. But it's this mutual interaction between a person like me and those artisans. We did this 6 collaborations with the Tohoku region. We want to move to next region and next region and next region. Possibly it could take 15 years or 20 years. At the end, we want to cover whole Japan to bring up unique pieces of art interweaved in this traditional culture of making.
The Craft by Tech booth won Best Curio Presentation, an award that I hope will aid improving the worthiness of this initiative, and one that should be supported to expand across the country in the upcoming years. Though by this Sunday evening the doors will close on another edition of Design Miami in Basel, the project's conversations and new relationships forged will surely have an impact on the rest of the design year. That's all for this week. If you're eager for more design stories, then listen to our full-length programme, Monocle on Design, airing on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. London time. Or if you prefer print, you can pick up a copy of Monocle magazine. It's on all newsstands now. Today's episode was produced by me, Maylee Evans. Thank you very much for listening.